Well, welcome everybody to Epicure 2020 and Hops and Vines 2020, all benefiting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We are minutes away from our live program officially kicking off. This is exciting stuff.
It is exciting.
Now, just a reminder, the silent auction is closing tonight at 7:15 p.m., so get to work.
And if you haven't logged in yet, we need everyone to do that now. Here's what you do. Go to epicureseattle.org. You can start bidding or donating. If you're there for the first time, you'll be prompted to create a profile and register a credit card. So if you're watching this on YouTube and aren't set up yet, do that now. Grab a phone, head to epicureseattle.org, and get set up.
Yeah, and if you've got any questions, you can reach out to us. We've got a YouTube chat. This is technology at its finest. You can see we've also got a helpline,
Fancy.
646-203-1088. You know, we mentioned the chat. We want to know that you are with us. Say hi to us in the chat. We've got people watching from all over. Where are you watching from? And also, don't forget to share photos of yourself attending our virtual event. Maybe you're, in your fuzzy slippers. Maybe
you're dressed up.
Maybe you got all dressed up. We want to know. Send that. You can post that directly to our Facebook event page, or you can use the hashtags #Epicure and #HopsandVines.
Yeah, and I really want to see those photos, you guys. And also remember, the silent closes at 7:15, so watch your time. Thanks for being here, and keep bidding on the silent auction, which is sponsored by AbbVie. We'll see you when we go live at 7 p.m.
Good evening. I'm Peggy Merchant, the chapter's community manager, coming to you from Portland, Oregon. We're so thankful to have so many tuning in tonight. As our events continue to happen virtually, we have a wonderful opportunity to welcome members from throughout our Northwest community. As a chapter, we serve over 156,000 people living with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, and we're so excited to highlight just a few members of our foundation family.
Hi, I'm Hunter Grenard. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. I have Crohn's disease, and I love Camp Oasis.
I'm Dr. Sapna Reddy from the Oregon Clinic, a foundation-funded research site. Thank you for making our work possible.
Hi, I'm Stacia, a Crohn's patient and foundation advocate from Alaska. Thank you for helping us fuel our mission tonight.
Hi, I am Rachel from Boise, Idaho. I have Crohn's disease, and one of my favorite summer activities is going to the Foundation's Camp Oasis program. Thank you for tuning in and supporting our mission.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carly Osk, the chapter's Medical Advisory Committee Chair here in Seattle. On behalf of gastroenterologists in the Northwest, thank you for tuning in tonight and supporting the Foundation.
Hi, I'm Clarissa. I lead a Foundation support group, and I'm watching from Bozeman, Montana.
I'm Cash, and this is my dad, Elaine.
And we have IBD. We're tuning in from Portland, Oregon.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Joel.
We're thrilled to be this year's Epicure event chairs, and so excited to welcome you this evening.
As someone who lives with Crohn's disease, tonight is not only an opportunity to be fun and entertaining, it's also an opportunity to raise important funds for families like ours that deal with the challenges of living with these incurable and difficult diseases.
And while we had hoped we could celebrate in person, we're thrilled to have so many from throughout the Northwest and country tuning in tonight. So let's raise our glasses, continue to bid, and give generously, all in support of a cure for Crohn's and colitis.
And now, to hand it over to our host for the evening, Fred Northup Jr.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle and Joel. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Fred Northup Jr., your host, your auctioneer, alongside your official MC, Ashley Northup. Some relation here. We'll talk about that later, but welcome, everyone, to Epicure and Hops Vines, benefiting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. By being here, you are helping improve the lives of children and adults living with inflammatory bowel disease, also known as IBD. By being here, you are helping find cures for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. So thank you for what you're about to do.
More than 3 million Americans are living with IBD. You are taking one step closer to a world free from these difficult diseases.
That's right. Now, we are live here at Fremont Studios. You know, as Michelle said, we wish that you were here behind us. But, you know, remember, we are all here together, and that's what matters. And I should also mention that we are very socially distanced here, which is easy to do in a studio the size of a football field. Ashley and I are married, that's right, so we can be technically a little bit closer, but we're being safe.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone else is wearing masks. Our small crew are easily 20 feet apart from each other. Hopefully, you're safe at home, too. You know, we might not be in the same room, but we're all watching live together. Say hi to us in the chat. Where are you watching from? We really love knowing that you're out there with us.
Yeah, we saw people watching from Alaska. We've got people from all over. I love watching the chat. I love that people are even dimming the lights to get ready for the show. So, you know, we are bringing two great events here in the Northwest together, Epicure and Hops and Vines. These are two events that combine for one entertaining and inspiring evening.
One way to move us towards cures is by bidding in the live and silent auctions. The silent auction, sponsored by AbbVie, will close at 7:15 p.m., so pay attention. And let's go ahead and look at some highlights. Check out the Horse Soldier Commander's Select 2 Bourbon Whiskey. There are more than 60,000 veterans living with Crohn's and colitis. Horse Soldier Commander Select is crafted by the U.S. Army Green Berets who fought in Afghanistan on horseback.
Love that. Great gift for me. I love that. All right, also closing at 7:15 are the Vashon Island Getaway, the Oregon Wine Country Getaway, the DeLille Cellars Private Dinner, and so much more. There's something for everybody. So quickly, go to epicureseattle.org. And if you're not sure how to bid, here's what we suggest. I suggest you watch the show on a bigger screen like a laptop and then grab a second screen like a phone or a tablet. Go to epicureseattle.org there. It's mobile friendly, so just go there now.
And if you are there for the first time, when you bid or donate, it'll ask you to create an account and register a credit card. If you're on your phone, click the button that says Menu and find the Donate Now and Auction buttons. You can also text Epicure to 243-725. That's text Epicure to 243-725.
All right, I got it.
Okay,
I'll do it.
Let's do this. Let's move on. While we wish we were with you in person, we have an incredible evening planned for you. We've got music from Mike McCready and Brandy Carlisle, and we've got the exciting live auction items, including getaways to Big Sky, Montana, a vacation in Kauai, and a guitar autographed by every member of Pearl Jam. Those and other live items are going to be up for bid right now.
Yes, so while you bid on those, I want to mention some incredible news. We have two donors, Mike and Ashley McCready and Sean and Leslie Kelly, who have offered to match gifts of $1,000 or more up to $50,000. That's right, each of these families is giving $25,000 to make this challenge happen. So if you give $1,000 tonight, your donation becomes $2,000. Your $2,500 becomes $5,000. Donate $5,000 and it becomes $10,000. So thank you so much to the McCreadys and Kellys for your incredible generosity. Remember, you can donate anytime at epicureseattle.org. And if you'd like to donate by phone or if you've got questions, call us at 646-203-1088. You can see that's our personalized support team. That is an adorable puppy standing by to take your calls. Perhaps you've got a donor advised fund. Maybe you can't find your credit card. Give us a call if you have any questions about donating.
Alrighty, we are watching gifts come in now. We want to thank Emily and Dan Raymond at $2,500. Because of the challenge match, the Raymond's $2,500 donation is now $5,000. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Tonight would not be possible without the incredible help of our volunteers. You heard from Epicure chairs Joel and Michelle Vandenbrink earlier. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our volunteer committee members that have really stepped up to the plate this year when the foundation and our IBD warriors needed them the most.
Yes. Along with our committee's help, we'd also like to extend a special thanks to the Northwest Board for their incredible leadership during a very difficult time. Thank you to all of the volunteers, too, that have made this evening magical. We truly could not do this without you.
If you're new to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, it is the largest organization supporting research on treatments and cures for IBD. Since its inception in 1967, they have invested more than $384 million into IBD research. The foundation has been part of every major breakthrough in the study of these diseases. And your support tonight is what makes all of this possible.
Yes. In addition to research, the foundation is dedicated to improving the quality of life of patients. Your support provides educational resources, support programs, and patient advocacy. For example, you're helping Camp Oasis Youth Summer Program, which served more than 1,300 children virtually this last summer.
To learn more about this program, let's take a look inside a week of camp with our kids right here from the Northwest.
Camp has become my second home, and I want others to be able to have that same experience and feel accepted, because not all people with IBD have those support systems, and I want to be able to help people at a younger age be able to accept it instead of having all of the insecurities catch up with me when I'm older. I don't want that to happen to me or anyone else. Thank you.
I think Camp Oasis means family. You know, when I was 10 years old, when I was diagnosed, I wasn't even sure what intestines were, but you are at camp, in the same camp as people, and they're understanding and going through the same things you've been going through. I think what can be a little bit traumatizing for children is taking medicine, like the taste of prednisone. We all know is pretty bad, but they take it together and they're like, yeah, I hate this, me too. And they build up that camaraderie and understanding, and they feel like they're family.
Okay. This is my status. Do you just, am I good to go? You count to 3 and then okay. 1, 2, 3. See, I don't have. You good? Okay.
My first year of camp was 6 years ago. Before it, I was kind of in depression mode. I didn't have a will to live and was just kind of holding it out for my parents and my siblings. So when I came back from camp, I actually wanted to start living for myself again, and my parents explained it as the light in my eyes was back.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Winter pirates and hit the water jumping. Doesn't make sense not to live for fun. We miss our families, but we got another one.
I love this. Not one.
I have some friends that the actual days that we've spent together is 5 weeks in total, but they're some of my closest friends that I've ever had. There's nothing like the bond of having that sort of thing connecting you. It's a connection you can't take away.
Well, we are very close to the end of our silent auction. Again, it closes at 7:15 p.m. If you're not already set up, text Epicure to 243-725 or just visit epicureseattle.org. It's mobile friendly, so if you've got a second device like a phone, just grab that, start bidding on the live and the silent auction.
While you're bidding, we want to thank tonight's incredible sponsors for their support. We could not continue to serve our IBD community without them. In total, these companies represent $115,000 of support. And because of our sponsors, 100% of the money you donate tonight goes to supporting IBD patients and to research.
That's amazing. So
truly.
Thank you to our gold sponsor and our streaming partner, Microsoft.
And thank you to our silver sponsors, AbbVie, Pepe, Material Handling, Parametric, and Takeda.
Thank you to our bronze sponsors, the Oregon Clinic, Seattle Children's, Janssen, Optum, Primera, and Washington Gastroenterology.
Thank you to our Northwest supporter sponsors, DeLille Sellers, Fouché, Sif Discovery, and Swedish.
Yeah, thank you to all of these incredible companies that have helped support the foundation in our quest for cures. Now, each year at our events, we're delighted to honor members of our community who are giving back and making a difference. And for years, we've given the McCready Family Award at the chapter's luncheon. But this year, with the launch of the inaugural dinner in Seattle and the joining forces with Portland, we are honored to recognize Mike and Ashley McCready themselves for all the hard work they have done over the nearly 20 years they've been involved with the organization.
And who better to introduce the honorees than Chris Adams, friend of the McCreadys and board president of the Northwest chapter.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams, and not only am I an IBD patient for nearly 35 years, I'm also the board chapter president here in the Northwest chapter. And I've been tasked with the great honor of trying to truly capture the impact that Mike and Ashley McCready have had on the IBD community. And in many ways, that story started here at Key Arena, now called Climate Pledge Arena, because in December of 2002, Pearl Jam played 4 shows here in Seattle that were benefit shows. And one of the beneficiaries, that's right, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. In the spring of 2003, Mike spoke at the annual luncheon for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, Many Faces of Hope. It was the first time that he had spoken publicly about having this disease here at the Westin in the Grand Ballroom. It was a moment that not only changed the lives of Mike and Ashley, but changed the lives of so many others who realized that having Crohn's and colitis didn't define you, but it was about hope and finding support and finding a cure. And the day after that luncheon, Mike and his friends congregated here at the Sunset Tavern in Ballard for the first of what would be an annual event called Flight to Mars, supporting Camp Oasis. And that night at the Sunset Tavern was significant for another reason. I met Ashley for the first time. I won't go into the specifics of that first encounter, but I will tell you, it had a huge impact in my life. We would bring that little concert at the Sunset Tavern here to the Showbox. And for 17 years, we had packed crowds of 1,100 people or more raising money for Camp Oasis. And several months after that luncheon, Mike and Ashley congregated here with about 1,000 other people with their team, the Rolling Crones. 50 plus people, $10,000 plus raised for the 2003 You Gotta Have Guts 5K walk. I'm here on the shores of Lake Washington, just a few steps of one of the favorite running paths for Team Challenge, the half marathon training and fundraising program that Mike and Ashley participated in several times, raising money and completing several half marathons. Every year for the last decade or so, Mike has played the national anthem prior to a Mariners game at Crohn's and Colitis Night here at T-Mobile Park. The impact of the McCreadys isn't always measured on a guitar or even with the check that they're able to write every year. It gets to a grassroots level. I mean, you may have seen Mike play flag football here at CenturyLink Field as part of the annual flag football tournament. Ashley's been a board member, she's been a committee member, she's been a committee chair for countless events over the last 18 years. When I reflect upon the 18 years of support from the McCreadys, I think of passion, I think of dedication, and I think of support for all people who are affected by IBD. And I'd like to introduce a few people who want to share their congratulations.
Hey Mike and Ashley, it's John Schneider with the Seattle Seahawks. I just want to say thank you so much for everything you do for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Obviously it's something that's very near and dear to my wife Tracy and my heart. You guys do a great job. Congratulations on all your hard work and everything you guys are doing, and go Hawks.
Mike and Ashley, thank you for your endless support of every single charity on the planet, including the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. You're making us all really look bad because on top of that, you're a rock star. And I barely help, and I used to be on cable, jerks. I love Green Day.
Hey, Mike and Ashley, I want to thank you for always donating your time and effort to charity around the area, and especially to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. I am proud to be your friend. I wish I was Joe McHale's friend, but I guess we aren't all cool like that. But I'm rocking the tank top. Come on, everybody. Let's get the tank top going. Let's go. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, John Schneider, Joel McHale, and Big Walt. We love you guys. And now it is my distinct honor to introduce to you all the honorees for the first annual Epicure for Crohn's and Colitis, Mike and Ashley McCready. I love you guys.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Mike and I are honored to be the inaugural Epicure honorees, and we want to extend a warm welcome to our friends and supporters that are tuning in from outside the Seattle area. Bringing together our entire Northwest community is definitely a silver lining to not being able to celebrate in person.
As many of you know, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is very important to us, especially the work that the foundation does for kids living with these diseases. These can be very isolating and embarrassing illnesses for anyone, but especially hard on kids. Programs like Camp Oasis help kids live freely from their diseases and give them the chance to be just kids. This is why we've supported the camp program and the mission for nearly 20 years.
We are thrilled that so many are tuning in tonight. We want to thank our family and friends for supporting Mike and the foundation for so many years. We have made a lot of progress, but there is still work to do. We hope that you enjoy the program tonight and will consider giving generously to the mission. Now more than ever, our IBD families need our support. On behalf of our whole family, thank you for joining us. We can't wait to see everybody in person soon. Stay healthy. Till then.
Well, congratulations, Mike and Ashley, so well deserved.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much for your tremendous work to better the lives of those living with Crohn's and colitis. We really appreciate you.
You can join Mike and Ashley at any time tonight by making a gift at epicureseattle.org. Remember, the McCready and Kelly families are matching all gifts of $1,000 or more up to $50,000 this evening.
That's right. You know, we are watching your gifts coming in live. Thank you to everyone for digging deep. Ashley mentioned there are people watching from all over. We've got people I saw from North Carolina, people all over. So we have a very generous donation to announce that's coming in right now. Thank you so much to Jim and Sheila Malahan and Mark and Becky Russo. They are giving $25,000 in honor of Mike, Ashley, and their children.
And while you continue to donate, I'm thrilled to welcome Brandy Carlisle and Mike McCready for tonight's first performance. Enjoy.
All right.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel red, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? And did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Oh, and did you exchange a walk-on part in the world for a lead role in a cage? wish you were here. I wish just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground, and we found the same old fears, and we found the same old fears. I wish you were here.
Thank you. Thanks for coming tonight. I'm so foggy in my glasses right now. How I wish I wasn't wearing this mask. That sounded great. I don't know. Was that right? I was just soloing.
I thought it was badass.
That felt good. Let's move on.
Those are sick.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Brandy and Mike. That was absolutely incredible. We are watching from, well, now we can see all over the world. Not only domestically, we saw South Carolina and Kentucky.
And Australia.
Australia,
That's right.
we saw Alaska. So don't worry, fans. They will be back with more music later in our program.
And now for our first group of live auction items, all up for bid on epicureseattle.org. These have been open since Wednesday, and now these will close in just over 4 minutes. That's item number 1, the Pearl Jam guitar, autographed again by all 5 current members. Item number 2, the Montana Getaway, 5 nights at Spanish Peaks Resort. Item number 3, the private dinner and craft cocktails for 20 people at Radiator Whiskey. And item number 4, escape for 5 days to Manzanita on the Oregon coast.
So here's how it works. We're about to put a countdown timer up for you, so you'll have 4 minutes to finish bidding on these 4 items. If you need help bidding, here's a quick pro tip. You can set a maximum bid by clicking on bid on any item. So when you bid, after you confirm your bid, you can set a max bid. Click set a max bid, and the computer will automatically bid for you when you're outbid all the way up to your max bid.
It's very clever.
If you're already winning an item and you want to set a max bid now, just because you don't want to lose that item, I understand. Just right now, go there, click set max bid. There's a button right there on the item. It's fun to bid, Ashley, but we know it's way more fun to win. And
Always more fun.
We want you to win. So set your max bid really high so someone doesn't come in and beat you at the last second.
And this is important. Remember, there's a slight delay, so keep bidding until it doesn't allow any more bids.
That's right. Yeah, your phone or whatever device you're using, that's the final decider.
Right.
All right, so let's start the clock. On your mark, get set, bid. And we're going to talk about these items while everyone finishes bidding on these 4 and watches the clock closely. So here we go.
All right, item number 1 is a Pearl Jam guitar autographed by all 5 current members. This 2017 Fender Stratocaster electric guitar was autographed by Mike McCready, Stone Gossard, Jeff Ament, Matt Cameron, and Eddie Vedder. Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, you guys. Over 85 million albums sold. One of the most influential rock bands ever. And now this will hang on your wall.
Amazing.
Thank you so much to Pearl Jam's Mike McCready.
So not only are honoree, not only, of course, are you seeing Mike and Brandy playing live, but then what the ultimate souvenir right here. So right now, checking in, Sean is in the lead. Ben, you've been outbid. It's been Sean versus Ben these last few bids. Right now, the lead bid, $16,500. Let's keep going. Ben, don't quit.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity. Again, signed by the full band, Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. So drool over that. Keep on bidding. Ben versus Sean. Everyone else, jump in when you're ready. Item number 2. Discover the magic of Montana's Big Sky Country. Enjoy beautiful mountain views from a 6-bedroom, 8-bathroom luxury home located at Spanish Peaks Mountain Club in Big Sky, Montana. That is a 5,700-acre private ski and golf community. You are going to have an amazing time there. The golf, the fly fishing, hiking, it's got it all. Or you can just relax out there in the sunshine. So this 3,635 square foot Big Sky vacation home is very well appointed, perfect for families and groups. It sleeps 14. So read all the details of this on your phone as you bid. Make sure you read all the details. You don't want to miss out on this incredible home. Absolutely amazing. Right now in the lead at $12,500, we've got Emily, very well played. Jacqueline, you've been outbid by Emily Raymond. It's Emily versus Jacqueline these last few bids. Nina, you can jump back in.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. So $12,500 in the lead right now, just asking $13,000 with less than 2 minutes left.
All right, item number 3, private feast and cocktails for 20 at Radiator Whiskey with Dan Buggy. They're located in Pike Place Market, next door to Dan's other place, Matt's in the Market. Let's go ahead and hear from owner himself, Dan Buggy.
Hi, my name is Dan Buggy, and I am the owner of Radiator Whiskey. We're gonna close down Sunday just for you and 20 of your closest friends. You're gonna learn how to make cocktails, you're gonna eat delicious food, and you're gonna have plenty of this. And you know what? I might even join you. Thank you very much for bidding on this item.
Thanks, Dan. To recap, that Southern-style cuisine of house-smoked meats, market-fresh veggies, and more. A craft cocktail class from Radiator Whiskey's spirit director, and you'll have the entire restaurant to yourself.
Yeah, and with less than a minute left right now, we've got Nina in the lead here. Shelly, our good friend Shelly Heyer, you've been outbid at $4,500. Now it's $5,000. The next bid is $5,500. Who's going to get it? Let's talk about our last item in this group, number 4, the amazing Manzanita Oceanfront Homestay. This is for 5 nights, 5 fabulous nights, I should say, on the beach in a completely remodeled 6-bedroom, 4.5-bath home that sleeps up to 18 comfortably. Whoa. There are 5 bedrooms with queen beds, plus a bunk room, unobstructed view of the ocean and Neahkani Mountain throughout the home, plus the beach is just out the back door. With 25 seconds left right now, Bro and Carrie, you're in the lead. Allison, you've been outbid. $7,500 is our current lead bid, just looking for $8,000. Remember, keep bidding on your phone until it closes, because there might be a slight lag between when we close this item here, or when we say it's closed and when you hear that it's closed, so just keep bidding on your phone. Let's check back in on our first on this amazing guitar as time runs out. We're still at $16,500 with Sean. Ben, don't quit. Time is running out. See if you get in that final bid. But our first 4 items are closed. Thank you to all of our bidders. Thank you to our winners. Thank you to our donors. And before we move on to the final group of auction items, we're going to give you the opportunity to raise your virtual paddles as a group, as a community, to make a difference in the lives of those that live with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. While we may know that Crohn's and colitis are devastating diseases, what you may not know is that children are the fastest growing patient population. And while these diseases can strike at any age, they're particularly difficult for kids and parents. But you can help. Your generosity helps fund Camp Oasis, a summer program for children and teens with IBD. This last summer, the program served over 1,300 kids, including 400 first-time campers. While hosting camp virtually was not ideal, the program continues to be life-changing for families.
To share a little more about the impact of this program, of what it's like to be a mom raising a child with Crohn's, I'm honored to introduce Lauren Cullup and her son, Ravi.
I was a single mom in my early 20s when my son was born and when he started to get sick. At the time, I was floored by his health struggles and had no idea how to really care for him.
I don't remember anything basically from when I was like that young.
I had never heard of this disease before, and I remember feeling a little bit despondent because the doctor said there was no cure. I did feel relieved that it wasn't anything worse and that there were treatment options that could achieve remission maybe. Finally, when he was 11, he had a colonoscopy and had results that were not good. After Ravi's last surgery and after his health started to stabilize, I just knew that we had to do something positive and constructive around his IBD, that would be good for both he and I. And I don't think I'll ever forget driving him up to camp for the first time. And what we saw when we arrived were these open and friendly counselors. We saw signs indicating where all the bathrooms were. And so, as opposed to lots of other things I've taken my son to, I just felt like right away, like, we fit here. He fits here. Still, he's not symptom-free. He struggles. Sometimes he goes through periods where it's a daily struggle to just get out of bed and go to school. My son's never really known a normal, perfectly healthy day, the kind that we all take for granted since infancy. I've seen my son struggle with sickness from the time he was pre-verbal to, him being in the hospital in elementary school and pushing my dad through the hallways in a wheelchair just for fun, to those surreal moments in the hospital waking up from a major surgery. I'm his witness.
Mom is like, always been there, always helped out. Just everything you could possibly ever need help with. It's Mom.
It's really something to see your child struggling, overcoming, and then also thriving, all in the same day, all the time. He's just grown up to be a kind and good and hardworking person, and I just couldn't be prouder.
Yeah, I think maybe just me doing better in terms of health, in terms of school, in terms of sports and everything is, I don't know, maybe if there's some little kid that's like not doing well, they might see, oh, Ravi's not doing so bad. Maybe I'll not be doing so bad too. Just some of the ways that the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has helped me, like just getting to know more kids with IBD. I know everyone says that, but it doesn't make it any less true. It's always nice to know, you're not alone. Like, as much as your friends and family can help you out, the best way to understand is, unfortunately, to have it yourself.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation and the Take Steps Walk have been transformational for us. Just as human beings, it's our need to connect, and the foundation has really helped ease the burden of isolation that a lot of times comes with having IBD. It doesn't just give us a community of people, but it also gives us these opportunities to actually honor and celebrate the people who are so strong living with IBD, because they absolutely deserve to be celebrated.
Well, now is the time. If you haven't made your deeply meaningful personal gift yet, or maybe you're so inspired you want to make another one, now is the time. And remember, the McCready and Kelly families are matching all gifts of $1,000 or more up to $50,000 this evening. So we hope that you'll really dig deep and take advantage of this match.
This is the most critical and yet most rewarding part of our event. Because of you, we have the opportunity to improve the quality of life for patients just like Ravi. This is the reason why we are here. This is the very definition of community.
So raise your virtual paddle now, and you will change the lives of those living with Crohn's disease through research, through education, through support, through advocacy programs. And to give, simply go to epicureseattle.org, look for the button that says Donate Now. If you'd like to give via a donor-advised fund or foundation, or if you need any help at all, just call the helpline, 646-203-1088. And we're going to start our giving at $10,000 or more. And a gift of $10,000 could provide scholarships to allow 10 children living with IBD to attend Camp Oasis. As Ravi shared, kids, they just get to meet new friends and have fun and just be a kid without worrying about their illness. We have another big gift. We're seeing all these amazing gifts coming in right now. We've got a big gift to start us off here. I said 10,000 or more.
Right.
And look at this, $25,000 from Mike and Ashley's friends at Gates Ventures.
Thank you so much for your generosity. We also see our first $10,000 donation coming in. If you can join these supporters at $10,000 or more, please do. And look, we have another $10,000 donation from Jim and Mimi Weinstein.
Amazing. And so again, we're watching these gifts coming right now at $25,000. I see a new donation here of Matthew LePage. Thank you so much for your generosity at $25,000. Absolutely incredible. If you can join at 10,000, at 15, at 20, at 25, if you have the capacity to make those gifts, then please do, because you are literally changing lives with us right now. As you continue to give, of course, we're going to move on now to the $5,000 level. When you donate $5,000, you are helping accelerate the pace of research through innovative tools such as IBD Plexus, and that's a data exchange platform. And again, we're seeing these gifts coming in right now.
Right. Thank you, Ellen Bates, for starting us off at $5,000.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's Brett Goldfarb, also at $5,000. Absolutely incredible as well. I just love watching this generosity happening here live. If you can join us at $5,000, please do. Remember, because of the challenge, your $5,000 becomes $10,000. And if you donate $2,500 right now, let's talk about that. $2,500, you could fund research to explore environmental disease triggers, such as diet and stress, including a diet study right here at Virginia Mason Medical Center. Again, that's $2,500.
Thank you, Allison Nesmith and Phil Roberts, Jacqueline Lassard, and Pamela and Kenneth Eakes.
Yes, absolutely amazing. We're watching all of these gifts coming in right now. We've got a new gift.
Whoa.
Sherry and Tom Taylor at $10,000. Thank you, Sherry and Tom Taylor. That's absolutely incredible generosity. I like Mike and Molly Hanlon at $3,000 as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, all of these generous gifts at $2,500. Who else do you see there, Ashley?
Let me get to the right spot. I see Nancy Chase and Jay Rifkin and Beth Chopra.
Yes, so all of these donors, thank you so much for your generosity. We truly appreciate you. $1,000. When you donate $1,000, you will help to empower and connect patients. In 2019, the foundation made more than 2 million connections through its support, advocacy, and education programs. Now, while you give, our supporters Leslie and Sean Kelly challenged their friends to join us at $1,000. And so we asked them, why did you step up for Crohn's and Colitis Foundation? And take a look. Here's what they said.
Hi, I'm Leslie Kelly, and this is my husband, Sean. When I was a teen, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And when our daughter was in her early 20s, she was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. We refuse to let IBD become a family tradition.
Seeing Leslie and Natalie struggle every day with these diseases is really heartbreaking for me, which is why I've made it my personal mission to find a cure. I ask you to please join us this evening to help fund a cure and make this future a reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you to some of our $1,000 donors, Jeff Harris, Dr. Jason Etzel, Christina Robel, Alvin and Julie Lowe, Mark and Annalise Fragoni, Raj and Nina Jahal, Amy Corey, David Robinson, Claire Angel, Tracy and Stacy Ross, Thomas and Marianne Kelly.
Yes, and we're seeing again more coming in as well. I want to thank Joyce Scott, Eddie and Val Pate, Beth Galletti, Louise McCready, Tanya Mason, Mark and Karen Kaufman. We just saw $2,500 from Jane Todaro. Thank you so much, Jane.
And it looks like we have another $5,000 donation from Christian and Kristen O'Meara.
Thank you so much. I see Lisa Dykstra joining us at $1,000. Thank you so much. And Gassan Wabe at $1,250. I love that. You can make up your own amount. Whatever amount is meaningful to you, we certainly appreciate your generosity.
If you want to end it in a 3, it's fine.
Do that. Yeah. Lisa Koch, thank you for your generosity. We really appreciate you so much. We're seeing all of these major gifts coming in, also at $1,000. Who else do you see down there?
I see Mark DiGiulio, Rochelle Ras-Gonzalez, Dory Requa, Dave and Tracy DeLorne. Let's see, Peter Lee, Mark Murray, Kenneth Bounds, Lisa Maki, Lisa Koch, you just mentioned, Laura Glass-Harris family, Brent and Molly Heilson, And looks like Linda Hughes as well.
Absolutely. Look at just so many donors
wow.
to thank. Yeah, so if we could, are there any, I just want to make sure I'm seeing all of these. We've got all of these amazing gifts. Do you mind scrolling up? We're seeing all of these names coming in.
So
I want to make
many.
sure we didn't miss anybody at $2,500 because I could see the Hyers coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shelley Hyer and Pamela and Kenneth Eakes, our good friends. Thank you so much. Allison Naismith and Phil Roberts. Yes,
Right.
of course.
We got
Who
those.
else do you see there?
Well, I think we got all those. Nancy Chase, Jay Rifkin, Jacqueline Lassard.
Yes, so many gifts. My friends, when you donate $500, you can help fund the Foundation's clinical trials community, a resource that helps increase awareness around clinical trials and their benefits. Again, so many gifts coming in live. We really appreciate you. Rochelle Rask-Gonzalez, we thank you so much for your generosity. Jackie Payne giving it $2,500. There's so much generosity. Join us if you can. If you can join us at $250, your gift of $250 could fund more than 2 months of IBD Help Center translation services to ensure access to helpful information is available for all patients. If you haven't donated yet, or even if you have, consider making a gift of $100. You can give once more. A $100 donation right now, you'll provide hope to all IBD warriors like Lauren's son, Robbie. So again, all of these gifts that are coming in, we cannot thank you enough. And look at that, our co-chairs, Michelle and Joel, joining us at $10,000. We appreciate you so much. You and everybody who's giving, whether you're giving $50 or $50,000, it makes a difference. Thank you so much. Keep donating. We want to say thank you to everyone who has donated so far. You are helping make the lives of those living with Crohn's and colitis brighter. We really appreciate you. We're seeing Stephanie and Don Lum joining us as well at $1,000. So many generous friends here. A reminder too that if you work for a company that matches your donations, please make sure they do that on Monday. Because imagine, you've got that $50,000 match that doubles your gift of $1,000 or more, up to $50,000. Plus, if your company matches, I mean, that's amazing. So we're gonna leave this website up. So if you need time to go find your credit card or something, we'll wait.
Yeah.
We'll wait. Or if you just, for some reason, only have a checkbook, call that phone number right down there. Just keep the donations coming in. That's what matters.
Before we get to our final performances from Mike McCready and Brandy Carlisle, let's close our final auction items.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, that's item number 5, Decatur Island Retreat. Item number 6, a 1-week stay in Kauai's newest resort, plus 2 Alaska airline tickets. Item number 7, the Pink Elephant painting. And item number 8, the Zoom call with Seahawks legend Walter Jones.
And you just saw how hilarious Big Walt is. Who doesn't want to hang out with Big Walt on Zoom? This is, all right. So to help you bid, we're going to put up a countdown timer. You will have 4 minutes again to finish bidding. These are our final items, so leave it all in the field, all right? Remember, there's a slight delay, so don't stop bidding on your phone until the auction closes on your device. And most importantly, set a max bid. Then your phone will automatically bid for you, all right? So let's put up 4 minutes on the clock. On your mark, get set, bid. And we're going to talk about these items while everyone bids and watches the clock. We'll do it quickly. Adam, number 5.
Item number 5 is Decatur Island Retreat. Enjoy an entire week of remote bliss in the San Juan Islands. Featured in Sunset Magazine, this spectacular westward-facing home boasts 93 windows, including 3 full walls of windows overlooking Puget Sound. The main residence has 1 bedroom, 2 lofts, and 1 bathroom. The guest house has a new primary bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a great room for kids to play and spread out.
Yes. By the way, you can see that is now, we're being told, 7 nights. You can take that for a full week. Well, meanwhile, item number 6 is Kauai, Hawaii. We're also going to make this a full 1-week stay in a new condo, plus 2 Alaska airline tickets. And these are good for going to Hawaii or anywhere that Alaska flies. This new 2-bedroom condo is located at Kauai's newest resort, right on the beautiful South Shore. Lounge on the large outdoor lanai, take in the view of the ocean, then visit the recreational village, and it's just a short distance to world-famous Poipu Beach. Oh my gosh, look at these pictures. I want to go.
Item number 7 is Pink Elephant by Kelly Talbot. This painting is oil on canvas and is 24 inches by 24 inches. The Pink Elephant Car Wash sign is one of the most photographed landmarks in Seattle. Donated by Kelly Talbot. Her work is featured at the Patricia Rovzar Gallery.
Yes, and it's signed by the artist here on the side and on the back. I can tell you, I mean, you're not close enough as we are, but this, you know, this is oil on canvas. This is a painting. It looks like a photograph. It's stunning. So
it is really so cool.
Here we go. Iconic, too. Win item number 8, and Walter Jones will visit with you on Zoom for 30 minutes. Now, Big Walt played his entire professional career with the Seattle Seahawks. He was a 7-time All-Pro, a Seahawks legend. He's also in the NFL Hall of Fame. Maybe you want to shop with an NFL Hall of Famer. Maybe you just want to hang out. Maybe you've got a bunch of sports fanatics and you just want to talk about how the Seahawks season is going so far. Don't we all? Now is your chance. By the way, I should mention, he is also the team captain of Big Walt Ballers, 2-time Crohn's and Colitis flag football tournament participants. I don't know if they got a Super Bowl ring for that performance or not. I'm not sure, but this is absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So with 1 minute and 39 seconds, let's check back in on all these items, starting with our very first item. Let's see, going all the way back. Yes, so right now we've got the Decatur Island Retreat, and checking in on that, right now the lead bid is $7,250. Oh my goodness, I like this. I like seeing the Hyers and the McCreadys, who are both incredibly generous and both incredible supporters.
Duking it out.
Duking it out, I love it. Who's gonna get it? Right now, $7,250 in the lead. Going on to our next package.
Ooh, Hawaii.
With 1 minute left. Right now,
Emily Raymond.
Emily Raymond in the lead. Polly, you've been outbid, Polly.
And Christina, if you want to jump back in.
Do it.
Yeah.
Polly and Christina, don't like, you're going to see Emily Raymond's Instagram feed and you're going to be kicking yourself because Emily's going to be right there, flying in Alaska Airlines, going to Kauai.
Right.
Beautiful, lush. She'll be
and
there.
You'll be here and it'll be raining.
Yeah.
So just
all right.
Keep bidding.
Moving on to our next item with 40 seconds, my friends. Can you believe it? 40 seconds remaining on this really cool, one of my favorite items right here. The lead bid is $1,600. Allison Ivy, you're sitting pretty right now. But oh my goodness, Tara and Zach. Are you going to come back, Tara and Zach? It's been them. Mark and Susan are good friends. The Shapiros were in earlier. You can jump back in too. So, Allison Ivy currently in the lead.
Here.
Yes, with 15 seconds, we'll check in on our final package right now, the Big Walt.
Yeah, who's chatting with Walt? It looks like, Anthony and Holly.
Yes, Anthony and Holly are in the lead at $800. Allison Ivy, another bidder over here too. Allison, set your maximum bid. You've got 1 second. 1 second. All right, remember there might be a slight lag between right now and we say closed, and the slight delay between when we say that and when it closes. So make sure you keep bidding on your phone, but thank you to all our bidders. Thank you to all of our winners. That was amazing. And now it's what we've been waiting for.
Well, but I see something else on our screen here, Fred.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you see that? Look at that.
Look at that. Another
$25,000 donation.
Lisa and Norm Judah at $25,000. Thank you so much.
That is excellent.
Yes, we really appreciate your generosity. That is absolutely incredible. Oh, my goodness. So thank you to everybody. Again, if you haven't joined us yet, there's still time. While you watch what's about to happen, you can pull out your phone and give. So Ashley?
That's right. I'm excited to head back to Mike McCready and Brandy Carlisle for their final song of the night. Enjoy.
Me and my best friend Lillian and her old blue tick hound Gideon, sitting on the front porch, soaking up the shade, singing every song that the radio played, waiting on the Alabama sun to go down to red dirt girls in a red dirt town. Me and Lillian across the red dirt line and just a little southeast of Meridian. She loved her brother, I remember back when he was fixing up a 49 to Indian. Said, hey, little sister, gonna ride the wind up and down the moon and then back again. He never got farther than Vietnam. I was standing there with her when the telegram come for Lillian. Now he's lying somewhere about 1,000,000 miles from Meridian. And there ain't no hope for the red dirt girls. Somewhere out there's a great big world, that's where I'm bound. And if the stars still fall in Alabama, one of these days I'm gonna lay my hammer down in the red dirt ground. I'm gonna make a joyful sound. She grew up tall and she grew up thin. She buried that old dog Gideon by a creep myrtle bush in the back of the yard. Her daddy turned mean and her mama leaned hard. She got in some trouble with a boy from town. She figured that she might as well settle it down, so she dug right in across the red dirt line and just a little southeast of Meridian. Well, she tried hard to love him, but it never did take. It was just another way for the heart to break, and she learned to mend. There's one thing they don't tell you about the blues when you got 'em. You keep on falling, 'cause there ain't no bottom and there ain't no wind. No, there ain't no wind. Not for Lillian. Nobody knows when she started her skills. She was only 27 and she had 5 kids. Could have been the whiskey, it could have been the pills, or it could have been the dream she was trying to kill. There won't be a mention in the news of the world about the life or the death of a red-haired girl named Lillian, who never got any farther across that line than Meridian. You know, there ain't no hope for the red-haired girl. Somewhere out there's a great big world, that's where I'm bound. And when the stars still fall in Alabama, tonight she finally laid her hammer down in the red dirt ground without a sound.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting Epicure for Crohn's and colitis. If you have the means, please donate what you can so that we may find a cure for these debilitating and incurable diseases. I know my friend Mike here would love that.
Thanks, Brandy, and thank you everybody for tuning in. It's a good cause.
Wow. I mean, what a night. What incredible music, what inspiring stories. We said make sure you donate during the break. We did that. Ashley and I finally pulled out our phones. We donated. You know who else donated? Danielle Tiberio. Danielle donated $10,000. So that's what I'm talking about. Keep those donations coming in. $10, $10,000, $100,000. We just appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for helping us raise important funds. You know, we had a combined goal of $415,000. That was our goal.
That was our goal.
$415,000 was the goal going in tonight. With your help, we have raised, take a look at this,
drum roll,
over $600,000 and counting. So keep those gifts coming in, because that is an absolutely incredible topic. Talk about blowing past a goal. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for all you've done tonight to support people and families living with IBD. Thank you to all of our sponsors, donors, and volunteers. This would not be possible without your extraordinary support. Congratulations again to Mike and Ashley, and thank you to Mike and Brandy for coming together to share such incredible music.
I know, how lucky are we? My friends, my name is Fred Northup Jr. alongside Ashley Northup. It really has been our honor to be here. We will end our night with some special thank yous from our volunteers and our staff. And we say, on behalf of everybody whose life you're changing, thank you. Stay safe, and we will see you next year.
Hi, I'm Jennifer O'Connor, the Regional Director here at the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us this evening. A year ago, when we decided to launch Epicure in Seattle, I never imagined that we would be broadcasting this event from a soundstage in Fremont, Washington, to homes all over the country. But here we are, and wow, what an incredible evening. But this evening would never have been possible without the hard work of our volunteers, our committees, our board, and our team here at the Northwest Chapter. And I want to take a moment to extend a special thank you to all the individuals that came together and made this event possible. Without you, we never would have been able to do this. And to everybody that tuned in tonight and made a donation or purchased an auction item, thank you. Thank you for supporting our mission and our vision of a world free from Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. We can't wait to celebrate again soon and see you all in person. Thanks so much and have a great evening.
Thank you for joining us this evening and for helping to fund a cure for those of us who suffer from IBD.
On behalf of myself and our other restaurant partners that fed you tonight, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation Epicure event. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for your support.
Thank you for tuning in and helping fuel a cure for Crohn's and colitis.
Thanks so much for your support.
Hello, I'm Ghassan Wabe from the Seattle Children's Hospital IBD Center. I want to thank you for being here tonight. I want to thank you on behalf of our team, on behalf of our patients and their families for your wonderful support of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Thank you for tuning in and supporting the IBD community. Your support is bringing us closer to cures.
Thank you so much for tuning in this evening, and I want to give a special thanks to the individuals and companies that sponsored our auction tonight. We couldn't do it without you. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us today and supporting the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Hi, I'm Ainsley Kelly, the administrator for the Northwest Chapter. Thank you for supporting the IBD community tonight.
Thank you for your support of the IBD community.
Thank you so much for your support. It means so much, especially during these tough times.
Thanks so much for coming. It was great to see you. Have a great night.